Hi you guys, this is Allison. I'm hanging out in my space to craft and I'm ready to do a scrapbook page. This page is one of the page kits I put together to finish out my 2010 cruise. This is actually, yes, it's not a cruise ship, but it's ice skating. They have an ice rink on the ship. It was a Royal Caribbean ship. So here's two different sessions where my daughter and I were doing some open skate after she took, I think she had 2 lessons on the ship. And then I took a lesson because I am not a very good scrapbooker. So here are 3 pictures from my lesson, the beginning, the middle, the end. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I had pulled this paper, just kind of looked like ice crystals to me a little bit. And I had this orange piece of paper. I liked the tone of this orange with this blue. I love orange and blue together. And I was wearing an orange t-shirt in some of this, so I thought that was appropriate. I had 2 pieces of white cardstock pulled. And then since then, I went into some scraps and found also this piece of sort of distressed paper. It's also textured. It's got some little dots on it. The other side is just a cream, but I like this. So I think I'm going to try and incorporate that somehow. Here are the pictures. I was sorting out my ephemera. I did find this, which is from a winter kit, and it's a navy blue, which I don't really mind that. And this dark in the background almost looks black, so I found out this, and so I think I'm going to use this for the title, Live Out Loud, because I like it. So I may or may not use these. Maybe I'll cut a different, something different to be a border. I also have 2 different Creative Memories punches. This punches out a snowflake, and this punches a snowflake out of a piece of paper. And it also has some swirlies, which is reminiscent of this. So maybe I'll use those when I get to the ephemera stage or some sort of border. So I need to figure out some sort of layout. So these pictures are different, but similar. I mean, similar content. We've got the Live Out Loud title. So let me go look up some sketches and come back with you when I figured out what I would like to do. Okay, you guys, I think I have a plan. So I went and looked on Pinterest, and there were quite a few pages that had just a strip across the middle, which I liked given the number of papers that I have. So what I think I'm going to do, I pulled out these Kiwi Lane Designs templates. This is from Madison Avenue. I like this. I may or may not use it. I'm not sure. I also have this, which I could use across one side. Break for some dog barking. So I want this, but since these pictures are 4 by 6, and I could cut a little bit out, but I'd end up chopping something. So I want it to look like it's more than 6 inches. So I'm going to split it in the middle and put this through the middle. So I'm going to end up cutting this into 4 3-inch strips to try and get things consistent. So I will do that with you and I'm going to make sure that this is top. This will either be all at the top or all at the bottom. I'll try and be consistent with the variation. So I'll do 3-inch strips, and that way I should be able to do the same amount top and bottom. Would go here. And this way I may or may not have to mat these. I'd still have the darker, so if I wanted to do this here, I could do this just to add a little interest. See how big I want to make that. Okay. And I would do that on both pages. We're just going to rough lay things in and see how we're feeling about the page in general. All right. So these templates come with the positive and the negative side. So it's just a matter of deciding which side you want where, and if you want to keep it same and flip-flop it, or might it look good to pretend that they're reversed. All right, and then let's do, I think, a 4-inch strip. Let's see what that will look like. All right, that would be a 4-inch strip. I think I like that. I want it, so I have these pictures which are exactly 4 inches. So if I'm gonna do that, I want it a little more than 4 inches. So there's a little peeking out of that one. So let's just do 4.5 and see where that gets us. 4.5. And that way maybe a little more of it will show. 4.5. Let's see how we're feeling about this. Okay. I like that. Let me trim this. Okay. That's pretty cute. I can still finish off these edges with something fun. All right, I'm liking that. I think I'll mat this one in white so it pops off this a little better. Mat this one in white for sure. I think I'm going to mat all of these in a little bit of white. Now, if I wanted to keep this pretty plain Jane, I could leave it like this, but I think I am going to like a little bit of a fanciful edge to this, because it is just kind of a fun afternoon. Well, that doesn't end well there. So would it do better this way? Or I'll just flip-flop it, and that way they should. I think I'll flip-flop it. So I'll do this, and I'll do this. And that way this will be on the outside of each one, and it'll meet up in the middle properly. All right, and I'll do that off screen. The way you do this is you set it on the back side where you want it. So I'd go like this, and then draw, and then just fussy cut. So I will do that to get a little fancy edge there. Or do I want the fancy edge on the top? I could do it both places, and then I still have this, which I can use here. However, I don't know if I love it behind this black. So then the question is, do I want to cheat those pictures up and do the title here instead? I could do that. This will go there, and then that gets me separation, and then I can do this ruffle top here on each one. I like that better. All right, so my homework, I'm going to trim these pieces here. I'm going to matte all my pictures in white, and then we need to figure out ephemera and other things. Okay, you guys, I've done my homework. I used my template from Kiwi Lane to cut at the bottom. I'm going to leave the top straight and use the border. This is from Creative Memories, I think. These borders here. I used my Creative Memories snowflake punch to punch out some snowflakes out of the leftover piece of this material because I like that mottled look. I ended up not using this piece of orange cardstock because I think it has enough orange on it. I just bought Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide, and so to mimic this distressed look up at the top, I added a little distress ink on the bottom here, just so they're a little bit tied together. And then I did my first use of my ephemera notebooks. And there's one organization video about to post where I have travel things by color, and then I had shapes and tags and things like that by color, and I found this and this, which I've had for ages and haven't used, and it's almost exactly the same orange. So I'm going to use that. I will, in fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do the same Crackling Campfire on it. And I will probably add some, needs a little blue on it. So maybe some of these snowflakes will go on it. So I haven't, oh, the dogs are fighting. I have not yet stuck anything down, but I wanted to just check in and show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to stick this down, and then we'll see about finishing touches and any other ephemera that I might be able to find. Okay guys, I stuck everything down. I didn't find a lot more ephemera. I did find this. I felt like I wanted a little more black. So I pulled out a little journaling. This is actually a piece of papery from Vicki Boutin, but I put it on a piece of cardstock because it's so thin and it's on a couple of different layers. Found some blue enamel dots, put those in 3 places. Still not 100% sure where I want this yay tag, but I think it's gonna stay there. So 1, 2, 3 areas of ephemera. The title is sort of separate. And I'm okay with that. That's not really typical, but I wanted some separation from this top. I thought about doing some sprinkles. I chickened out so far. I might come back and do some white because I think that might look like snow or ice, but we'll see. But it's a done page. So let's see if we can get a couple of close-up images without too much glare. And then I think my favorite part is I finally used this me and mom ephemera that I've had for so long. So that's just a fun ice skating on a cruise page. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps spread the word, and come back and look for more page layouts. And as always, I'll now be doing a card with some of my scraps from this page. Thanks a lot, you guys.